So welcome to today's video. We talked about question everything and about art form. Those are two important things that I think are part of our makeup. And let's talk first about art form. You know, when I was a kid and I used to go to Tiger Stadium, and there was a at the I think the seventh inning or the fifth inning, they came out and they swept the infield. Well, everybody, there was like 6 or 8 guys that came out there with their brooms and they walked around the infield. There was one guy out there that danced. He actually danced over the broom and around it. And everybody couldn't wait to see him. Herbie Redmond was his name. And if you Google Herbie Redmond, you'll find out that this guy is famous. Why is he famous? All he was doing was sweeping the infield because he made a difference. That's why he didn't just sweep the infield. He took that to another level, and I want to call that art form because it was. It wasn't sweeping the infield. This guy danced and did all kinds of things. I was watching a bricklayer once, and these guys are working as a team, and there's one guy, he's 15 feet in the air, 12 feet in the air, I don't know. But a guy down here is throwing the bricks up one at a time. And this guy would literally put his hand out and catch it, throw some mud on it, and slap it on. Put his hand out again to catch it. I was mesmerized by this. That's, again, taking it to a new level of art form. So if you're given a task, and let's say that it's a boring task, it's menial, why not make something of it? Like these 2 examples did that I just gave you. You don't have to make you don't have to make it boring and dreary and I don't want to go to work today. Why not make it fun, like these guys did? So that's part of the art form. Why not do it that way? Why not find a way to be different and find a way to make yourself happy while you're doing it? You know, if you go to work with the right attitude, I believe the rewards are going to be for you, not for that. Look, if you go to school and you get a grade A, how does that benefit the teacher? It doesn't benefit the teacher one bit. Unless they get rated on it, of course, like they're starting to. But really, the reward is yours. You got the A. You earned it. So why not get an A at work? So you say, well, I've heard some of the guys say, and you probably heard these, Glenn, right? Some of these guys are saying, well, if I do a good job and I make it faster, the boss is a guy that gets all the benefits. Sorry, he doesn't get all the benefits, you do. It's no different than in school. If you get an A or you get an F, who gets the benefit? The teacher? No. Well, in this case, there's an economic benefit for the owner. Yes, that's true. But so what? And if you don't get recognized for your good efforts and your good, then you shouldn't even be there. Maybe you need to get another job and get the heck out of there. Because if you're not appreciated, you shouldn't be there. So that's part of the art form. The other thing is questioning everything. And what do I mean by that? Question yourself. I'm not talking about going up and asking somebody else, but ask yourself, if you're going to pick something up and move it from point A to point B, is that the best way to do it? For example, could you put it on a cart and move the cart from one machine to another? Or if the cart's 6 feet away, you're going to walk over there 6 feet and come back and say, well, I got to go get that and come back. Oh, there's another one, I got to go back. Or do you want to just put it up there where you just can grab it and take care of it? Doesn't it make more sense? So when I say question everything, I mean question exactly what you're doing. Why are you doing it the way you're doing it? Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Who's doing it? You. Why are you doing it? Probably because you have a work order, you're told to. When are you doing it? Now. Where are you doing it? Here. And how are you doing it? And the how is really the critical one. How can you make it easier, faster for you, for yourself, and ultimately for the business? So why not question everything you're doing? I do that all the time. If I'm going to walk, look, if you're going to walk from point A to point B, now, if it's on a corner, you could go diagonally, jaywalking maybe, but so what? Sometimes there's nobody around, it's a neighborhood, doesn't matter. But why do you want to take the long way if you can take the short way? Why not take the short way? So question why you're doing it, how you're doing it, how fast are you walking? Are you walking slowly? Are you walking fast? Why are you doing it that way? Why not question that? If you're in the car, and you're listening to a particular radio station. Why are you doing that? Well, you're probably doing it because you're in a mood for either news or music, and whatever kind of music it might be. But you question that. Why not question everything you do at work? I've seen too often workers in the back that are just doing something the same old way over and over and over. And I look at it and say, why is the guy doing it that way? When he could be moving his parts next to his machine rather than taking 3 steps over there and 3 steps back. Question everything. Question why you're doing it. And I'll guarantee you, you'll get better results and you'll be happier for it. So, again, art form, and that kind of breaks into the art form, doesn't it? Don't you think, Glenn?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I think that goes... That kind of breaks away from doing a menial task, and it gets you into the art of the job. And why not put yourself in that position? That's where it's fun. What do you think artists do? If an artist has to paint a painting of a person, he can do a sketch, he can do a charcoal, he can do a line drawing, or he can do an elaborate, beautiful painting in full color with oils. And where's the satisfaction? The satisfaction of stick drawing, I guarantee you, is not as great as it is if you're doing it in full color with oils. That's assuming you have the talent to do it. So I just want to share those with you and see if they make some sense for you. So give it some thought. So when you walk around, why are you doing it? And if you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, you've got to ask yourself, why are you doing that? And I tell my kids, don't ever do anything you're going to be ashamed of. Don't do anything that you wouldn't want anybody to know about. If you do, shame on you. But do it for yourself. Do the right thing. You'll enjoy life and you'll have a lot more fun doing it. And thanks for watching.